And you were talking about so many new players coming in and some old ones coming out. It's really a big, the men's team's graduating 7 guys, and so it's a big turnaround time for the basketball program with coaching changes and everything. And you're kind of the veteran now in that basketball program after a year. Let's talk about your role in kind of, I don't want to say reshaping, but it's rebuilding that basketball program from both sides.
Yeah, I think the opportunity to work with the men was a great opportunity. I appreciate Coach Aller for providing that opportunity, and Coach Kemp this year for allowing me to work with them on a volunteer basis. And it was really fun to get to coach a JV men and just see how basketball worked at Asbury College. And it has become very important that the folks, we know they're going to develop spiritually, we know they're going to develop academically, but athletically, that we really do want the best for our student athletes. So we're not just a club program, and we're not just something they can do after classes, that we are a competitive college basketball program. And I think that's happened on the men's side over the last few years, and it's beginning to happen on the women's side as well. So just continue to see that transition, to see those opportunities for athletes, Christian student athletes, to come to Asbury and know that they're going to compete at a high level of athletics, is something that I think we'll continue to see grow and hope to be a part of helping make that happen. And then the chance to mentor folks. I think one of the phrases we use with our girls that we signed is, we told them very much that they be cared for, they be loved, they be worked very hard, they be educated, and they be coached. And I think they can expect and should expect all those things when they, on the men's or women's side, when they come to play basketball at Asbury College and come to be a student athlete there. It's been neat getting to be a part of the community and been able to do the basketball camps the last couple of years. And the facilities are wonderful, people are wonderful to work with. So I think we really got I wouldn't say a hidden jewel, but in a lot of ways it is hidden, in the sense that a lot of people just within Kentucky don't know, the opportunities that exist 15 minutes outside of Lexington at Asbury College. I didn't know, and we moved to Central Kentucky in 2002 and worked in Lexington, and then eventually came to work in Jessamine County. But it took me a couple of years, even though I'd heard of Asbury College, to figure out that literally it was 15 minutes down Harrisburg Road to Asbury College. I still, in my mind, because in your mind when you hear about things but you don't know, I'd heard about Asbury College but I'd never seen it, so in my mind I assumed it was probably an hour outside of Lexington, and they're just pretty far away, and I knew Jessamine County was a bordering county, Lexington, but the fact that I finally put it together that it's right here, and that students from all around Kentucky, obviously for small schools they have Transylvania right there in Lexington, but that Asbury College is definitely a great choice, and it's almost considered part of Lexington, but it's got the best of both worlds in that it's in its own small culture there in Wilmore, Kentucky, which is a great place to live and raise a family. So we're just really excited about the opportunity to live in Wilmore and be part of the community and be part of basketball and be part of coaching again. I missed the coaching opportunity. I'd done it for 16 years out of college, 16 years straight as either 2 years as an assistant college coach and 14 years as a head boys basketball coach in the state. And then when I served as interim principal at West High in 06-07, not getting the opportunity to be part of a coaching staff and leading a group of young men or women, I really missed that. So the chance here this year with my new role in Jessamine County Schools to go back and do that with a men's program, and now the chance to continue that as a head coach again with a women's program is something I'm really excited about.
How did that happen where you got the call to come and try with the men's program? Did Aller come call you or Gary?
Well, I got to know Coach Aller through his recruitment of a couple of our guys at West Jessamine, Michael Spann and Brian Johnson, and so I'd gotten to see them play, especially since Michael had been over there, and gotten to know Coach Aller better. So when we moved to Wilmore last spring, and literally, within 1,000 yards of the Luce Center there, we jogged it, and I was 0.2 miles away from our house is the Luce Center. So it was a natural fit to think, well, at least I could get back in and help a little bit, and just kind of get my feet back in the water a bit, because I enjoy it and think I have some some gifts and talents there to do some, as I said earlier, kind of do some mission work through basketball, through athletics. So talked to Coach Allen a little bit, and he definitely was very receptive to the idea, and talked to Coach Camp, who lives right there in our neighborhood, and got to know him and his family. So the opportunity presented itself, and was excited about that. Got to do the basketball camp last summer, and so that kind of led to that. And then at the end of the year, this season, when we the women's program needed an interim coach to help finish out, Coach Camp called, and Coach Allen and I were able to help them finish their season, and kind of took on the role on the women's program as a leader, and he was kind of my assistant with that. So it was kind of a unique situation where I was his assistant on the men's side, and he was my assistant or co-coach, I guess you could say, on the women's side. So that was neat. So just as the women's season finished, and had conversations with the gals in postseason meetings, the topic of conversation came up about the possibility of me becoming the women's coach, and hadn't considered it that much until then, but I think the chance to, again, be the head coach and be the leader of a program. Also, just take a greater role in the Asbury College athletic program there. Was something that I was excited about. So, and that opportunity did play out. So that, and my folks here at Jessamine County Schools have allowed me to work that out, on an after-school basis. So, we're gonna see how those things fit together, and I think they'll fit together well.